Without dreams, life isn't even worth living, really. This is going to be a video about how to get out of negative cycles and how to contain and control your dreams and direct the energy into actually doing something about it. Oftentimes, we're directionless in life, or we feel like we're on autopilot, or we feel like we're out of control because you simply haven't organized your thoughts. You haven't organized what you want for yourself or what you want for your life. You're trying to do a million things all at once, and it creates analysis paralysis, and you end up doing nothing and moving through your own life like a ghost or perhaps a robot on autopilot. When this happens, it means you've given up on yourself. It means you've given up on your potential, what you thought you wanted, what you aspired to. It's a state of despair. And until you snap out of it, until you develop newer goals or better circumstances, you'll continue to exist in this cycle of perpetual nothingness, just gliding through your life and disassociating. The best way to handle dealing with this sort of weird mental state in your life is to focus on 3 things at a time. It's actually a scientific fact. It's called the rule of 3. Your brain can only really focus on 3 to 4 things at a time, but really it's 3. You essentially have to calm down all the noise inside of your head and hyper-focus on the 3 top priorities that are most important to you in order to get your life back on track and to get more, I want to say, excited for your life again. You know, I recently came out of a season like this, and I realized, you're not supposed to feel bad all the time. Feeling anxious, feeling bad, feeling stuck, that shouldn't be a baseline state, ever. You should feel neutral and content, or even at peace at best. You know, during this time in my life, I can't even explain it. It's like I was, like what I said earlier, I was like a ghost in my own life. I was just passing through. I felt completely out of control, and I couldn't explain it to anyone. And I felt so lost. I was unemployed. I didn't have any wheels. I was just completely lost in my life and super unorganized, and it was horrible. What helped me get myself back on track, though, was developing those 3 goals for my life and for myself. And one thing that I did differently was that I decided that I wanted to feel calm all the time. And so I got really into hiking and yoga. And it reset my baseline state because being in nature really calms your nervous system down and it regulates it. Even if you can't go every day, even once a week in nature can reset your entire nervous system. Another thing that I did was I stopped pretending like I wasn't a creative person. I stopped pretending like I wasn't a creative woman. I stopped, because I'm very passionate about writing. I'm an author. I stopped pretending like that wasn't important to me and that wasn't profitable. Especially when you're a creative woman and you're deeply intense, a lot of people will project this starving artist facade onto you, and they'll say, well, your dreams won't be profitable. No one, will really buy into that, or that won't make much money. When in reality, art is highly profitable in every single medium, and there will always be people who adore you. So I had to start believing myself, and I had to step out of that toxic mindset of no one will ever enjoy or like my work or care what I have to say. And then when I really shifted my mindset and my identity, that's when life really started to speed up, because I paired it with action as well. Before, I was sort of in my head and I would dream about things, but I wouldn't actually do anything because I was so afraid of doing something wrong or choosing the wrong option. But, that entire experience taught me that you won't fully know for sure an outcome until you do it. There's a million different scenarios in this life that could happen to you at any given time with any choice that you decide to make. Nothing is set in stone, and at the same time, you can't be too sure or certain that things are going to happen the way that you think they are. And so I started to put myself out there more. I started to really organize my life. Organization's another big one, actually. The best way to make your life really easy is to automate everything. Like, for example, I meal prepped and then I organized my entire life on Notion. So I woke up to my goals every single day. Any appointments that I had, I woke up to it. My Q1 goals, I would look at whenever I wanted. Really, I built my whole life on Notion, and it's sort of like a CRM system to keep me on track. But not only that, but to hold me accountable. I found that when you stabilize your routines, you're sort of unshakable because at the end of the day, you still have yourself. Because I was also dating this guy at the time, and I really liked him, but eventually, things didn't work out. And had I not had my routines, had I not had my meal plan, had I not had my exercising routine, had I not had the goals that I created for myself and a system, an interface built specifically for me, reminding me of who the F I am, I would have completely collapsed and I probably would still be depressed. So this video is ending now, unfortunately, but I guess my words to you are, if you feel directionless, if you feel lost in life right now and like everything's out of control and you don't know how to handle it, write 3 goals for yourself. Something that you'll feel proud of and something that'll make you feel accomplished. And 2, create systems and routines for your life. You need things in your life that runs without you. Things that will hold you accountable and remind you of who you are and your identity when, sometimes it gets lost. Especially if you're highly creative, highly magnetic, and deeply empathetic. Sometimes in life we can, especially as women and girls, we get so obsessed with the feeling of things that sometimes reality slips away. But your systems and your goals and your routines will never betray you and they'll always be there. Thanks so much for watching my first video, or should I say listening to my first video. There's going to be more to come. I'll see you next time.